Well, hello, this is Dr. Holmberg with Holmberg Wellness Group, and I was going to speak to you today about ergonomics, and specifically ergonomics in a seated position. Now, ergonomics are one of the number one problems we have in the workplace, where people are causing themselves injuries, problems, and ultimately costing the company money, and also costing the employee work days lost due to sickness, injury, and creating an environment where the person may not be able to work as good as they should or work as long as they should because their body's not feeling very good. The first thing I like to do is to make sure we go over the seated position. Okay? Now, when we're sitting in a chair, we want to make sure that the chair we're sitting in, if possible, has armrests. This one does not. Okay? But we do like armrests. That's a good idea. We also want to make sure that when we're looking at the posture while we're sitting, we want to make sure we have what we call the law of 90 degrees working for us. The law of 90 degrees means that we should have a 90-degree angle between our lower leg and thigh, our thigh and torso, and also our elbows in regards to our upper forearm, our upper arm to our forearm. It should be like this when we're working. Now, what I'll find a lot of people doing during the day after they sit for long periods of time is they may catch themselves resting their legs underneath the chair. Or they might do one of these numbers. They put the legs out in front of their body and lean back. Or they might lean forward on their table, or tend to hunch forward after long periods of time on the computer. All of which over time causes problems with the back, the knees, the neck. Headaches can be a problem. We can notice also problems with the feet and ankles, just depending on what position we're in and how long we're in that position. Alright, so it's very important. Secondarily, we're going to move a little bit closer to this computer app right here. We want to make sure that when we're looking at the computer is in front of us. It shouldn't be to the side of us, and we should find ourselves not having to keep looking to the side for information. We'd like to keep all the information in front of us. Now, if you have the keyboard on top of your countertop, you want to make sure that, again, the law of 90 degrees works for you. Now, in this regard, with this particular table, this would be just a little tad high for me. As you can see, there's just a little break in the 90-degree rule. My forearm's a little bit higher than my elbow. Okay? This is why we have a pull-out tray for our particular desk, which keeps the 90-degree rule intact. Now, another thing that a lot of people do is they may have their mouse out here, out in front of them. And as you can see, my arm's breaking the 90-degree rule, and that would be a no-no. So in our office, we have the mouse right here next to the front desk, and so we keep it a 90-degree rule pretty darn close to intact for that. Okay? Now, as far as the screen itself, we like to have it in front of the face. In our case, with our computer, it should be a little bit higher for me. But the young lady that works the front desk, since she's shorter, it actually works out pretty good for her. We want the eye level pretty close to screen level so we're not looking down too much, which would force our head down and out of the 90-degree rule. Okay? These are very simple ideas, but these are very effective ideas as far as helping your workplace work for you. If not, it can cause problems like we talked about with physical ailments, maybe missed days of work, fatigue, and ultimately costing yourself and your company lots of money and time. So anyway, I hope you learned some information today. It was simple, but it should be useful. If you need anything else from us or would like any more information from us, we are Holmberg Wellness Group. You can reach us on holmbergwellnessgroup.com.